Is that really true? I told you, it is. That's what my relative that lives in the south said. The southern front line almost completely fell to Hector, but it was recovered by a miraculous stroke. Do you know what's even more unbelievable? In the process of recovering it, Roman Dmitri played an unbelievable role in it. The youngest ranker that defeated Homeros. Yeah, that's him. There are even rumors that he defeated Hector with just 200 soldiers. That's not all. They say he also defeated Butler, a 5-star swordsman, in a one-on-one fight. That is so ridiculous that I can't bring myself to believe it either. Are they really talking about my older brother, Roman, that I know of? And he also defeated Hector's Aura swordsman. They've gone overboard with the lies. Step aside. The heroes of the South are here. Step aside. Roman Dmitri, we finally meet. Greetings, my king. I would like to represent our country and thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've shown the world what the will of Cairo is like. Do you have anything you desire? I'll grant it as long as I'm able to. Though actually, the strongest swordsman of Cairo, the captain of the Royal Knights, Count Nicholas, is actually looking for a successor. If you're all right with it, I'd like to make you the vice-captain and permit you to freely enter the royal family's repository. I'll also excuse you from your remaining duties at the border. How does that sound? The king has bared his fangs. Due to the early death of the previous king, he rose to the throne at a young age. Cairo's puppet king, Daniel Cairo. If I bring him over to my side, not even the aristocratic faction would be able to threaten me easily. While people call me a weak-kneed king, I can't live like this forever. My king, no one in this world would reward others by giving them more work. Aristocratic faction Marquis Benedict. For a young and talented man with a guaranteed bright future, you're simply forcing him to sacrifice himself. Please retract your offer. He's right. I can agree to allow him access to the royal family's repository. But not to him being the vice-captain. Marquis Benedict, I've already stated the rewards that I'd like to grant. From this moment forth, it's up to Roman Dmitri if he wishes to accept. I guess he still has the blood of a king in him, huh? However, there's no reason for me to help the royal family of Cairo. The position of a royal knight is an honorable one. However, before I decide on what my future will be like, there's something that I'd like to say. What is it? After this war, I realized that I'm just a frog in a well. If I get out of our country and go into the world, I'd be a nobody. Which is why I need time to prepare myself before I go into a larger world. And once my preparations are complete, I shall challenge the open ranking competition of the Cairo Kingdom. I'd like to challenge rank number 99, fully test my limits. The open ranking battles. Yes, the open ranking battles means there can be endless challenges. One would be able to fight either until they're defeated, or until their opponent is brought to their knees. If the challenger wins, they'll take the position of the one they defeat. One could lose their life in ranking battles if something goes wrong. That is not something that we can discuss easily here and now. I understand. He truly has great confidence. In this situation where he could choose to go after incredible wealth or fame, he chooses to give them up and take up a new challenge, as expected of the hero of Cairo. He made a great decision. Ranking battles, huh? I'm looking forward to it already. He's someone who defeated Hector's butler, who'd even be able to stop him. He rejected the king's proposal to become a royal knight. Since he wants to prove his own worth, there's no need to stop him. The idea is not bad. Roman is still in his mid-20s. With the ranking battles, we'll be able to find out what his true capabilities are. My king, in the near future, I will prove myself in front of everyone. Once that happens, I will then decide what my course of action shall be. When the ranking battles are over, Roman Dmitri will become no one's sword. I will instead become a new player in the game. Life sure is full of surprises. I sent you to the southern front line for your own sake. But to think Hector declared war at that time, and to think you become the hero that stopped Hector. Thanks to you, it was a good experience. A good experience. Indeed. Through the war with Hector, I realized that there's a bigger world out there. And so, I will challenge the open ranking battles, to test just how strong I am within the Cairo kingdom. Once there are none stronger than I here, I intend to go out into the world and become the best there is, the best in the world. There was a time I had dreamt of that too, but when I realized just how wide the world is, I chose to be satisfied with my current life. I have a daughter. Because her mother died really young, I put in even more effort into raising her. I'll give her to you. I heard from Fabius that you're not a naive person. And even today, when I witnessed you asking to take part in the open ranking battles, I was reminded of the monsters of the world that I met when I was young. That you, Roman Dmitri, are someone who could grow strong enough to be on par with them. I'm already aware that you broke off your engagement. I have no intentions of forcing her into a marriage either, but I will set up a meeting for you with her. What I'm saying is that if after you meet her and if both of you have good feelings for each other, I'll accept you. I won't ask you to meet her right away, but I hope you bear this truth in mind, that both in the past and in the present, I have been watching your back for you. Whenever you choose to say that you want to journey with me, you'll be able to acquire anything you desire within the Cairo kingdom. Roman Dmitri, the existence that breaks the balance of power. Whoever recruits him first shall take reign over the Cairo kingdom. The four powers that possessed Cairo. They had great desire to gain possession of Roman. After that, Count Gregory and Count Denver also made shocking proposals. Was someone who isn't capable of serving under any other. Young master, are you all right? Are you hurt anywhere? After I heard about your news in the southern front line, my heart literally sunk. I'm truly so glad that you're safe. I'm fine. A few days later, are you certain? Young master, I might be speaking out of place. But could you possibly meet with young master Loren? Right after Roman moved to the capital mansion of Dmitri, young master Loren. Oh. Hans. I, who raised both young masters since they were young, could tell at a glance. Young Master Loren is going through some troubles, so I waited for him to tell me about it. Please feel free to speak your mind. Hans. A while ago, I saw him returning to the capital while being protected by people all around. People are saying that Roman won against a rancor of Hector. While you were gone, a lot of things happened in the Dmitri family. You've heard the rumors about what happened as well, right? They're all true. The marriage with the Lawrences was broken off. The war with the Barcos, the defeat of Homeros, and this time around, playing a great role in winning the war on the southern front line. That wasn't a rumor but the actual truth. Thanks to the changed behavior of young Master Roman, the Baron has been quite happy these days. As compared to just talking about him like this, how about meeting him yourself? I heard that he'll be arriving in the accommodations tonight. And no. It's okay. Thanks, Hans. The three brothers of the Dmitri family are all born with different personalities. And among them, young Master Loren has the most fragile and sensitive heart. I think young Master Loren is being bullied at the academy. It seemed like he wanted to ask for help. But I'm not in a position where I should be asking him about it. Loren Dmitri, he's the youngest among us. While there's no need for me to look after him just because he's my younger brother. Alright, I'll meet him just once. Thank you, young Master Roman. Roman thought that maybe he agreed only because it was the request of Hans. There's been an indefinite delay on recruiting Roman Dmitri. However, there's still a way to get into the good graces of the Baron. Although everyone is paying close attention to only Roman, the truth is that those subordinates that followed him are also exceptional talents. If I can recruit them, Marquis Benedict will definitely be overjoyed. Especially that Chris, he's a talent that any noble in the capital would welcome with open arms. Well, if I hadn't gone to the southern front line myself, I wouldn't have known that though. They are definitely worth recruiting. If I manage to bring Chris and all the other subordinates of Roman to our side, I just might be able to gain the trust of the Marquis sooner. When I first met him, he was definitely within my reach. That's why I thought I'd be able to surpass Lord Roman someday. But he's already arrived in a whole different dimension than me. I was especially shocked during his fight with Butler. How on earth was any of that even possible? Sigh. But as I followed him and observed him from behind, I've experienced exponential growth within the last 6 months, that even I can't believe myself. I mustn't stop here. I am serious about my goal of surpassing Lord Roman one day. Oh, Sir Chris, you're here. I'll cut straight to the point. I'd like to recruit you. If you come over to our side, I refuse. This is an opportunity that can completely change your life. So how can you refuse without even hearing what we have to offer? What's the problem here? Money. We can give you so much that you'll be in no lack for the rest of your life. Fame. It'll be an honorable position where you can serve Marquis Benedict. Who's the real power in the central government? Whatever you want in the Cairo kingdom, there's nothing we can't give. If you're worried that your action might look like betraying Sir Roman, then there's no need to worry about that. He'll eventually come over to the Marquis side as well. What problem could there be if you're just coming over in advance? Are you certain that my lord told you he'd become Marquis Benedict's subordinate? Isn't that a natural course of action? No one in Cairo is able to reject someone as powerful as him. He still has no idea what Lord Roman is like at all. Based on what I've seen so far, he's someone who would never bow his head to anyone. No matter what offer you propose, I don't intend to leave my lord's side. No one can replace him. Alright, I understand. If you're also thinking of recruiting my other comrades, it'd be best if you give up now. No one will choose to serve anyone other than our lord. Humph, ridiculous. As if there'll be anyone else that would throw away the opportunity of a lifetime again. My lord is my whole life. I'd rather die than serve another person. What? Have you come to an agreement with my lord already? Otherwise, I'll just treat it as if this conversation didn't take place today. If I hadn't met with my lord, I'd have been a nobody. I wouldn't even dare imagine betraying him. I already told him it wouldn't be betraying him though. Finn. HM. Thanks to the changed behavior of young Master Roman, the Baron has been quite happy these days. Just what exactly happened to Roman? To the youngest ranker and then became the hero of Cairo that defeated Butler. If even Roman can change this much, why am I still like this? Just as pathetic as I've always been. Huff, huff. What are you doing here? Roman. I heard from Hans that you were looking for me. Speak now if you have something to say. It's nothing. Pathetic. I.ll say it. I.ll tell you everything. When I heard the rumors about you, I couldn't believe them at first. The way I remembered you, you weren't someone who'd bother with swords and would even ask if someone could go to the borders on your behalf. About 1 year ago. That's not too long ago. Yet you've become a totally different person since the last time we met. People are even calling you the hero of Cairo. Now. Just what happened for you to change so much? In the past, both you and I were unable to meet the expectations of others around us together. I too, want to become like you. I want to become a son that father is proud of. Not to be a son who acts like he's fine, doing well, and just forcing a smile when I contact him. I really want to show him my own achievements. He's still young. He's barely 18 years old and isn't strong enough to handle the weight of reality yet. What should I do with him? The people in this place have accepted the new Roman. They decided to not hang on to Roman's old image and decided to give him a second chance. That's what I must do too, whether it's Loren or Rodwell. I shouldn't judge them based on my old memories, but instead judge them based on what I've seen and experienced in person. Yes. Loren. I don't wish to see someone who bears the same family name as me being looked down upon. That will cause both the reputation of Dimitri and my own reputation to suffer. My answer to your question is that you are qualified too. Go prove yourself in the Academy's swordsmanship exam. We'll now begin the swordsmanship exam. The first person will be He said if I want an answer to my question, I need to prove my worth. Loren Dimitri, you are next. Yes, sir. William Castro, come forward. Ha, what an interesting turn of events. To think you'd be the one I'd fight of all people. I'll make sure to crush you thoroughly this time. The test results won't be decided by who wins or loses. It will concern how well you've learned the techniques. So refrain from using any fatal moves. Alright, let the exam begin. Loren, you coward. I'll end you. It's over. During the swordsmanship exam, show all those people who look down on you just how competent you are. You rat. I must turn the tides. I'll prove my worth, and become like my brother. Seriously. 2. I am a Dimitri. It was a close match. The moment William burst into an attack, you quickly dodged it. If you hadn't done so, you would still be unconscious right now. But still, you did great today. I've watched you this whole time, and you aren't totally untalented. Because you were always frozen out of fear, you weren't able to display just how competent you can be. In the previous match and also in today's exam, the reason why I pit you against William is because I think that he's a homework assignment that you have to overcome. Do you really mean that? Do you think I'd lie to a student? You need to believe in yourself a little more. From what I can see, you're not that different from William, so don't get scared. If you've already lost in your mind, there's nothing you can achieve. Thank you. Damn it. William, please just calm down. Why yeah. Calm down first. That rat, Loren Dimitri. Just because I've gone easy on him this whole time, he dares look at me with those eyes. I can't just let this slide. Let's go break an arm or two of his. Why you really want to go that far? Don't you know who his brother is? Hero of Cairo. He can fuck off. Don't you know who I am? I'm the eldest son of the Castro family. Who the fuck are they? My father is best friends with Marquis Benedict. No matter what I do, no one can do anything to me in Cairo. Even if he's a hero, this is the limit of the family line that you're born into. I'll show them that nothing matters in front of true authority. Go bring Loren Dimitri to me right now. Go ahead and knock him out if he dares resist. Say that again. Roman Dimitri. Tell me exactly what you intend to do to my brother. I.LL say it if that's what you want so badly. I.LL show you that your family will mean nothing in front of true authority. Do you know what you just did wrong? Ugh, you bullying Loren. Okay, I can still let that go. But the problem is that I heard what you said. I heard you scorn the Dimitri name and say that you bully Loren. All of you. Look down on my family. Bring me to your family estate right now. What did you say? If an immature child of theirs made a mistake, shouldn't his parents take responsibility for it? I love to experience what true authority is like for myself. Are you saying that everyone rejected you? You saying that we offering them a road to success, and yet they rejected it. This is why I hate dealing with commoners. That's how it is, those with lowly origins just can see the big picture. Count, just ignore them. By the way, is Roman Dimitri that great? Of course. There's a reason why Marquis Benedict is putting everything on the line to recruit him. I'm only telling you this because it's you. I think the Marquis is thinking of making Roman his son-in-law. Is that so? I'll have to meet him in person someday then. Please help me arrange a meeting with him if the opportunity arises in the future. What's happening? Father. William and Roman Dimitri. Father. Do you know what Roman Dimitri did to me? He's a mere commoner and he dares to threaten me, the eldest son of the Castro family. Damn it. I want you to punish him immediately. Silence. F.A. There. William, do you know who you just messed with? Sir Roman is a hero that saved Cairo. How could you say something so disrespectful to such a person? My apologies. It seems my useless son has inconvenienced you. I'll make sure to punish him severely for this, and teach him a good lesson so this will not be repeated again. Please appease your anger. If you have the time right now, would you like to have a cup of tea with me? Ho, this worked out great. To think the opportunity to build a relationship with him would come so quickly. He won't reject me since I went this far to apologize to him, right? What do you think you're doing right now? To accept your apology or not is not for you to decide, that is something for me to decide. Your son is the cause of the problem this time. William continuously bullied Loren and said to my face that he intended to break his arm. The moment he said that, it was as good as being acted upon. I won't overlook this matter. So what would you like to do? Do you intend to break his arm or something then? Let's come to a reasonable negotiation for the sake of our future relationship. What do you want me to do? I want him to go to my brother, kneel down, and apologize to him in front of everyone. Then he is to voluntarily drop out of the academy. I don't wish for my brother to be in the same space as such trash. If you refuse, then there will be war. Either do as I say, or go to war with my family. The choice is up to you, Count Castro. Those of lowly birth are truly a headache. Do you think you're that great just because the Marquis is paying you some attention? Not at all. You aren't even worthy to be his footstool. I'll use this chance to show you just how powerful a central government noble is. Since you've been witnessing what happened from the start, I plead for you to testify this to the Marquis. I'm saying that I have no choice but to mete out appropriate punishment on Roman for crossing the line. I'm not so sure. It seems to me that William is clearly in the wrong though. What? Among the nobles, Fabius' nickname is Raccoon. Of Kairos. While there are many people that possess exceptional abilities in the world, the ones that actually survive until the end are people like Fabius. Ones who have an eye for the current state of affairs. That was why despite Fabius' family not being of great bearing, Count Castro comes from a line of a reputable family of Castro. And thus, was able to have a close friendship with Marquis Benedict since he was young. But the problem is that they're up against Roman Dimitri. Here. Normally, it'd be correct to stand on Castro's side. However, the Marquis is someone who'd abandon even his close friend for the sake of victory. If there's any exception to this case, it'd only extend to his blood relatives. Right now, the Marquis is in the midst of doing all he can to get Roman to become his son-in-law. With that, my answer will be, Count Castro, if your son has done something wrong. So instead of covering up his mistakes, you ought to punish him for it. Kairos Raccoon has already done his calculations. He's already decided that standing on Dimitri's side will bring him more profits. If we go to war against Dimitri, our family will fall into the abyss. I can't allow my pride to cause the fall of my family. Now that I've listened to what Count Fabius has said, I realize that I've indeed made a mistake. I'm really sorry. Since this concerns my son, I had monetarily lost my rationality. Father, the nobles are always mistaken and think that they're superior. Now that my value in this kingdom has soared, there's a chance that my family and I could be harmed, because of the envy and jealousy of conceited people. And so, there's a need for me to make an example of someone at this time, though it wouldn't be a bad idea for that someone to be Count Castro. I shall follow your recommendations, Sir Roman. I'll have my son apologize to your brother and have him drop out of the academy. Father, I hope you understand the heart of a father like me. Understood. We'll conclude this matter with that then. Thank you for your generosity. Who the hell did I just mess with? Your brother. Got into a quarrel with William. William got angry that he took a hit from you and wanted to break your arm, but your brother heard him say it. What did you just say? After that, William got into a fight with your brother and William dragged him to meet with Count Castro. Roman. Count Castro is more than capable of harming my brother, if Roman. Things could get really dangerous. I will never let him get hurt because of me. I won't be able to forgive myself for that. Loren, what's the matter? Dad, Roman is in danger. I think he got dragged to the Castro estate, while he was trying to help me. That bastard Castro. Loren is the type to keep quiet so that he wouldn't worry the family. For him to actually call back home while crying, something significant must have happened. What do you think we should do? As you know, the Castro family is a part of the central government and they have close relations with Marquis Benedict. Are you seriously saying that right now? The eldest son of Dmitri is in danger right now. Our relationship with the central government is a problem for later. Dmitri isn't that weak of a family, is it? Thank you for saying that. Gather all the vassals of our family. All of them must assemble here. Roman, the eldest son of Dmitri, is now facing a dangerous situation due to a discord with the Castro family. Based on what Loren told us, it seems that Roman has been dragged to the Castro family. While we're up against the Castro family that is a part of the central government, I will not just sit idly by and watch this situation. Which is why I need all of your approval. There may very well be widespread rejection. I agree. Dmitri Knight Order Captain Jonathan. Although going up against someone in the central government is a dangerous thing to do, we're talking about the eldest son of Dmitri here, aren't we? We will offer our lives in order to protect young Master Roman. My lord, I'll mobilize all of Dmitri's blacksmiths right away. Master Blacksmith Hendrik, please let me know how much supply you'll need for the war. Young Master Roman is the future of Dmitri. To hell with the Castro family, we mustn't allow anyone to mess with him. All the miners of the smithy and even the denizens of the Dmitri territory. And the personnel of our iron mine. No one will go against the decision to save him. To think they'd all be in such agreement to save Roman. Those of Dmitri have always pursued peace. But now, we'll be moving as one of the rulers of the northeast region. What? Is that the truth? Those damn bastards dare mess with the hero of Dmitri. Gather all the miners at once. Mining Master Jacob, even if we can't join the fight, we must prepare all the things necessary for the war and help the others. Those capital noble bastards have messed with young Master Roman. Safety in charge Maureen, even if we must work through the night, we will increase our production. The faster we finish production, the more chances that young Master Roman will be able to return safely. Move without rest for the sake of young Master Roman. Everyone of Dmitri began to move in tandem to save a single person. This all happened in the span of less than 1 hour. Those who are in the capital, none of them were aware of just what kind of bomb had dropped within the Dmitri family, since I already told Dad about this. I'm sure he'll send help. But what should I do until help arrives? I mean, let's start with finding Roman. Why are they all gathered there? Roman. Loren, there you are. Now, apologize. If you don't do that, your family will be the one to pay the price instead. William. Apologize quickly. Ugh. Loren. I'm sorry for bullying you this whole time. I shouldn't have done that, it was wrong of me. So, please. Please accept my apology. I'll drop out of the academy as well. I will never appear in front of you again. What on earth is happening right now? Please accept my apology. I promise that this will never happen again. Okay. I'm really sorry. Roman, what just happened here? Loren, listen carefully. What happened today wasn't just for your sake. I was just doing what I should as a Dmitri. For all the humiliations that they've committed upon us. I felt that there was a need to punish them for it. If you are always bowing your head while letting them humiliate you, these people will look down on the value of the Dmitri family. I'm sorry. Raise your head. Your name is Loren Dmitri. I hope that my brother will never have to go through what happened today again. So, I want you to find out just what kind of strength you possess and what you are capable of. Now that Castro is aware of what Dmitri is capable of, they won't dare to do anything reckless to you. My brother. Yes, I'll remember what you've said to me, brother. I won't just let others do as they please to me from now on. Good. I don't wish to be in a family fight with my brothers anymore. Oh, shit, what do I do? Roman, you must contact our family right away. At this rate, we don't know what Dad might do. Damn bastard. To think someone like you would be of my blood. Do you know what kind of a mistake you've committed today? Roman Dmitri is a rising star of Cairo. That all the powers of Cairo are dying to recruit. Yet you went and brought harm to his brother. Now that you, the eldest son of the Castro family, have gone down on his knees, the reputation of our family has fallen to the ground. Ha! Damn it! How am I supposed to face Marquis Benedict from now on, Count? The Dmitri family has sent a magic call. What? From the Dmitri family. Why would they call us? Baron Dmitri, Count Castro, as one of the nobles of the central government, you might think we're weak, but you who dared to mess with one of the bloodlines of the Dmitri family, we shall never overlook it. What's this? I was already deeply troubled with what has happened. Why would he pick a fight with me over what has ended? We will submit our request for a territory war to the central government. From now on, the Dmitri merchantry will stop providing all supplies to the Castro family and also begin to collect on all the debts that the Castro family has with the Golden Bank. For the people whom we're preparing war against, this will put an immense pressure on their finances too. That's not all. We've contacted groups that are hostile towards the Castro family, to support them with funds and work with them. For the sake of taking down the Castro family, we will resort to all means possible. Even if the Dmitri family has to pay a price for what we're doing, I intend to destroy the Castro family if that's the last thing I do. I can't let this happen. To think they'd be so merciless. Roman Dmitri truly takes after his father. So, I will give you one last warning. Release my son right away. Ha, Baron Dmitri. I think you're under a misunderstanding right now. We aren't holding any members of the Dmitri family right now. The problem with Lorraine has been resolved with my son, William, kneeling down apologizing to him. Why would you still initiate a territory war? Is that so? Yes. All right. I've already resolved that problem with Roman. I will do my utmost to make sure no such thing ever happens again. Leaders are born with the ability to lead. From the executives to the artisans of the blacksmiths and even the miners of the iron mines. Roman has somehow caught. Since when did he grow up so much? There won't be a war. Begin to prepare for a party right away. We'll be eating and drinking ourselves drunk to our heart's content like there's no tomorrow. The change of power within the Cairo kingdom, I'm telling you, I saw it myself. Count Castro is one of the most powerful individuals within the capital, but he made his eldest son kneel and apologize. To the Dmitri family's third son, I'm certain that there's a shift in power within Cairo. Although that only happened a few hours ago, the merchants that were dealing with the Dmitri merchantry have already cut off all deals that are related to the Castro family. Do you know what that means? This means the Dmitri family is going to wage a war against the Castro family. Wow. A family in the borders is trying to fight against the Castro family. But what's even more scary is that as soon as that incident happened, all the big money in Cairo leaned towards the Dmitri family. Because even in a situation where a power of the capital is in conflict with a family in the borders, they've concluded that the Dmitri family has a higher chance of winning. With this incident, the status of the Dmitri family has completely changed. Dmitri has always been against war. I can't believe they'd make such a decision for my sake. This decision wasn't just made by Baron Romero. It was only possible because the core individuals of the Dmitri family had chosen to agree to the war. The small society that lived in the borders known as the Dmitri family had chosen to risk their lives to wage a war to rescue me. In my life as the heavenly demon, where the strong preyed on the weak, there was nothing I couldn't do. As I watched numerous deaths take place, my personality changed and became quite extreme. However, my life this time is different from the previous one. Hector Kingdom, Prince. Are you awake? How much time has passed? If Roman Dimitri's existence is beyond the heavens, could turning back time have been able to completely defeat him? No, that'd be impossible. I've caused the Hector Kingdom to fall into an abyss of despair. If I had not waged the war, wouldn't the Hector Kingdom be able to buy more time for survival? Kellen also had to take a stab in my stead and died. Because of me, the Hector Kingdom is now facing the worst possible situation. I must do something so that there can be a way for the Hector Kingdom to survive. Because I have people who are looking towards me for help. I can't just give up like this. My prince, are you awake? How much time has passed? About 1 week while those involved in the war had not spoken, the news that came from Cairo had caused the Hector kingdom to fall into despair. The demon of Cairo had single-handedly slaughtered thousands of soldiers before cutting down the night order captain, Butler. From the start, that was a fight we couldn't have won. We're just frogs in a well. In this world, there are monsters roaming within it that we've never even heard of. How's your body? I'm fine. You fool. While I've placed the burdens of the royal family on you because of my incompetency, I don't wish to resolve problems at the expense of my own son's life. My apologies. But father, have you heard the report from Jackson? Yes, I did. An omen has been spotted in one of the villages of the Hector kingdom. That village, where the famine started from, its land has started to turn black and all life forms are dying there as we speak. It seems that is a curse from a necromancer. Maybe all the famines that have struck the Hector kingdom this whole time could have been caused intentionally by a certain person. We're talking about something that's able to affect the whole of the Hector kingdom. Are you saying that there's a certain force that led us to attack Cairo? Yes. The perpetrator that hides in the darkness has intentionally caused war between the two kingdoms in order to profit from it. For a curse that's able to spread throughout a kingdom, we'll need at least someone on the level of an archpriest to dispel it. But we don't have the capability to hire someone like that anymore. Father, do you remember this? When I was young, the tower master of the heavenly palace said that if I gave up my title as the prince and joined the magic tower, he would give me whatever I desire. I will sell my time to the magic tower of the heavenly palace. Edwin, just 1 year will suffice. That's the only way to resolve our problem. Ugh, if I were to die, I want to die on the battlefield. Probably not. That's the reality of it. McBurney, it's been too long. I'll get straight to the point. Would you be willing to follow me and join Dimitri? Sir Roman. What is he doing here? Sir Roman, I'm thankful for your offer. But as you can see, I've lost an arm. I want to join him. But what could a person like me be of use to you? Someone like me who's lost any value as a swordsman, I'm worried that I'd just hold you back. That doesn't sound like a rejection to me. Am I wrong? McBurney, have you heard of the story of the left-handed swordsman? The left-handed swordsman, Song Beck, although he was a royal bodyguard for the royal family, he lost his right arm as he devoted himself to the country while at war. The imperial family gave him wealth and honor for his efforts, but Song Beck, who lived his life on the battlefield, wasn't able to accept a peaceful life. He decided that even if it was a vain death, he wanted to die as a martial artist. He swung his sword for a few years so that he could get used to having only his left arm. He began a journey of duels with the left-handed swordsmanship that he had created. The slanted body orientation which others thought was a weakness was made use of to go on the offensive. Song Beck's irregular attack patterns allowed him to defeat numerous martial artists. At the end of his life, he met Beck Jonghyuk and met his end at Beck's hands. And I promise you that I'll make the best use out of you, better than anyone ever could, to make me useful. Yes, he could truly be my life's savior. If I can live as a warrior and not just a one-armed cripple, I will do anything. I, McBurney, am satisfied with just being able to be made good use of. I will offer my life to you from now on, Sir Roman. On that day, McBurney found a new hope. War changes the lives of countless people, Edwin Hector and McBurney, and even the good-for-nothing of the Albert family, Henry Albert. All of them have been sucked into the whirlpool of change. Sir Roman is too much. We went through those hard times together. Couldn't he just bring me along? Sigh. I guess living among people who'd suck up to me is more for me, right? Yeah, of course that's the case. It's already an incredible achievement to just be exempted from performing duties at the borders. Me, hero of Cairo, congratulations on your return, Sir Henry Albert. Oh, the proud son of the Albert family, Henry Albert, has returned safely. Henry did absolutely nothing in the war with Hector. Henry. But just the fact that he was with Roman at the place where the war happened, changed his status completely. This is the Cairo Royal Academy. Could you possibly give a lecture on what happened at the southern front line? This is it. In order to raise my value, I must tell the world just how great Roman Dimitri is. Henry Albert took up the role of spreading Roman's name. As he told the world about the great things he's done, that was the moment that he faced a turning point in his life as a good-for-nothing noble. A few days later, Sir Roman, return safely to your hometown. All hail Dimitri. I'll have to make my decision. Until then, I must completely subdue the northeastern region, so that I'll have the power to fight back against the central government. And not just a one-armed cripple. I will do anything. I, MacBurney, am satisfied with just being able to be made good use of. I will offer my life to you from now on, Sir Roman. On that day, MacBurney found a new hope. War changes the lives of countless people. Oh gosh. This year's crop is all ruined. You bastards. How do you expect us to survive? Who are they? They're probably the farmers of the Dimitri territory. What is a denizen of the Dimitri territory doing in the Conrad territory? There isn't much land that can be cultivated within the Dimitri territory, so some of the farmers are leasing land in the Conrad territory for farming. Chris, bring those people to me. I want to hear the details of what's happened to them. We made a contract with the Conrad family to lease this land for 10 years. Just a month from now would be the harvest period, but the Conrad family informed us that they want us to vacate the land in a week. When we resisted and told them we wouldn't leave, they sent people to destroy all the crops. Young Master Roman, this is so unfair. How are we supposed to make a living if we aren't even allowed to harvest our own crops? My lord, while the situation of the farmers is unfortunate, it's not a problem that we can help with. Strictly speaking, the land that they've leased belongs to the Conrad family. If things go wrong, this could escalate into a problem between the two families. And the Conrad family are in an alliance association with the nobles of the northeastern region. A few groups that aren't big gathered together and formed a fence that protects each other. Their existence is like a bat. Chris, doing nothing only allows the problem to worsen. Before they get even more puffed up, we need to uproot the source of the problem completely. It's the duty of a subordinate to follow once our lord has made a decision. Yes, my lord. Roman. The hero of Cairo. You're the pride of the Dimitri territory. Welcome home. Roman, you've done great. Father, have you been well? Of course, I have. What could possibly happen in the Dimitri territory? I've prepared a grand party for you. Let's enjoy ourselves thoroughly with some food and drinks. One moment please, father. Could you give me some of your time before that? I knew about that as well. But, there's no way to stop the Conrad family from taking back their own land. If we do manage to stop them from doing it this time around, the farmers of the Dimitri territory will have a hard time farming in their lands after that. If we were from the Benedict family instead, Marquis Benedict possesses great authority and no one would dare to consider provoking him or his people. In that case, in the northeastern region. Where does the Dimitri family rank? Now that the Barco family has fallen, there aren't any groups that are stronger than us in this region. What you've said is true. However, there's no need to create unnecessary conflicts with the surrounding allied forces, by worsening a problem that we don't have to interfere with. No. There is a need to do so. They say Dimitri is the strongest in the northeastern region, yet their actions show otherwise. It's time to set the hierarchy. We need to clearly show them who is truly superior. We have the power as well as the justification to aid our denizens. Why are we just watching while we let the Conrad family trample on our people? Please let me wield my sword. As long as you give the order, I'll be the one to dirty my hands with blood. My son has grown way too much. When Roman was young, he went through my life as a farmer with me. So I have a weak spot for him. Maybe the reason he's the way he is right now is because people called him a half-assed noble. Yes, what the Dmitri territory needs now isn't power, but the decision of its lord. It would seem a new era has opened for the Dmitri territory. A few days later, the Dmitri family hosted a party. It was to congratulate Roman on his return, and all of the northeastern region's nobles were gathered in the Dmitri territory. I'm from the Volt family. I'm Sophia from the Grizel family. I represent the hero's family in congratulating Sir Roman. While they don't acknowledge Dmitri as the leader, that doesn't mean that they refuse to acknowledge Dmitri as a powerful family. Do you remember me? You're Lady Sophia from the Grizel family, right? Of course, I remember you. Didn't we talk at the last party? Oh my, you really do remember me. He's definitely not the same old Roman. It'd be good if I could marry such a man. I'm Viscount Conrad. It's an honor to meet with the hero of Cairo that drove Hector away. Then, this is Viscount Conrad. I'm Roman Dmitri. I heard that you defeated Butler, a 5-star swordsman, in the war. It's really hard to believe that someone in his mid-20s is able to perform such an incredible feat. You flatter me. The northeastern region hasn't been able to produce a high ranker so far, but I think that you'd be able to even aim for the top. Though, I have a personal question for you. Controlling the flow of the conversation, huh? He's pretty smart for someone of a commoner's origin. Please feel free to speak your mind. I heard that you one-sidedly informed the farmers of the Dmitri territory and took away their farmland. May I know what was the reason for doing such? Oh my. My goodness. Now. It was just because there's a merchant that wanted to pay much more to use those lands. Let's move on from this meaningless topic. You did that for a mere reason such as that. Sir Roman, we're here to congratulate you and enjoy this party. So why would you bring up such a sensitive topic here? This is a party that's meant to congratulate your return. Why have you chosen to make me look bad in front of all these people? Now that I've been treated in this manner, I can no longer put on a smile at this party. I will take my leave now. Please stop right there. If you choose to end the conversation and leave right now, I will take that action as an act of hostility towards Dmitri. Please come stand in front of me again. Of course, I'll have to hear you out since a viscount is making the request. It was to congratulate Roman on his return, and all of the northeastern region's nobles were gathered in the Dmitri territory. I'm from the Volt family. I'm Sophia from the Grizel family. I represent the hero's family in congratulating Sir Roman. While they don't acknowledge Dmitri as the leader, that doesn't mean that they refuse to acknowledge Dmitri as a powerful family. Do you remember me? You're Lady Sophia from the Grizel family, right? Of course, I remember you. Didn't we talk at the last party? Oh my, you really do remember me. He's definitely not the same old Roman. It'd be good if I could marry such a man. I'm Viscount Conrad. It's an honor to meet with the hero of Cairo that drove Hector away. Then, this is Viscount Conrad. I'm Roman Dmitri. I heard that you defeated Butler, a 5-star swordsman, in the war. It's really hard to believe that someone in his mid-20s is able to perform such an incredible feat. You flatter me. The northeastern region hasn't been able to produce a high ranker so far, but I think that you'd be able to even aim for the top. Though, I have a personal question for you. Controlling the flow of the conversation, huh? He's pretty smart for someone of a commoner's origin. Please feel free to speak your mind. I heard that you one-sidedly informed the farmers of the Dmitri territory and took away their farmland. May I know what was the reason for doing such? Oh my. My goodness. Now. It was just because there's a merchant that wanted to pay much more to use those lands. Let's move on from this meaningless topic. You did that for a mere reason such as that. Sir Roman, we're here to congratulate you and enjoy this party. So why would you bring up such a sensitive topic here? This is a party that's meant to congratulate your return. Why have you chosen to make me look bad in front of all these people? Now that I've been treated in this manner, I can no longer put on a smile at this party. I will take my leave now. Please stop right there. If you choose to end the conversation and leave right now, I will take that action as an act of hostility towards Dmitri. Please come stand in front of me again. What did you just say? While I did chase away the farmers of the Dmitry territory, that land strictly belongs to my family. I'm taking back what belongs to me. Am I required to report that to Dmitry? We're not your subordinates that have to listen to your orders. Viscount Conrad is correct. Baron Romero ought to organize a meeting to resolve the problems between the two families. What right do you have to talk about this problem, Sir Roman? And to be talking in such a manner when we're all gathered here to celebrate your return. Viscount Conrad is the head of his household. He's not someone whom you should be speaking in such an unruly manner to. Would they be responding in this manner if we were the Barco family? No, never. The countryside nobles, including the ones in the northeastern region, have always thought that the Dmitry family can be pushed around. The choice to have their heads cut off completely or to turn them into obedient dogs of ours. I'll have to show them clearly what their choices are. I'll cut straight to the point. Since when in the Cairo kingdom is a territory allowed to do as they please with another territory's denizens? Viscount Conrad, the farmers you messed with are my people. They reside in the Dmitry territory, pay their taxes to Dmitry, and offer their loyalty to Dmitry. They are my people. Do you dare say that I'm being rude despite this situation? Even though you've messed with my people, am I supposed to maintain formalities while talking to you? This problem has already been discussed internally by Dmitry. I already received my father's approval to take charge of this incident. I don't intend to just overlook this matter. What? Looks like you still don't intend to apologize. Everyone, please listen carefully. If anyone from the other territories made any mistakes within Dmitry's territory, I'll make sure you pay in folds for that. I would love to see if those who rebuked me earlier would still dare to say that it isn't an important matter then. What? If he really does that, then we're the ones who'd suffer losses. Roman Dmitry. He's not just good at fighting with swords, he's also as crafty as a fox. He digs a trap that we can't escape out of and uses force to suppress us. Even so, I can't just stand down like this. This is the time to gather the strength of the Alliance Association. I agree that Viscount Conrad is at fault this time. Making sure that the processes are followed in sequence is a very important matter. Northeastern Alliance Association Noble Viscount Lawrence, this matter involves the denizens of the Dmitry territory. How could he bring harm upon the people of the Dmitry territory without informing them in advance? So, please acknowledge your fault and apologize. They didn't even help us a single bit when we went against Barco. The Northeastern Alliance Association. It's all useless. Lawrence shall follow Dmitry going forward. Don't you all agree? Apologize to Sir Roman right now. You're right. No noble would be able to just laugh such a matter off. Shit. Those of the pro-Dmitry faction are working together to drive us into a corner. I have to stand down right now. I'll be sure to be more mindful next time. Will it be okay for you to take such extreme measures? There's no way the Northeastern Alliance Association will let it slide. That arrogant whelp. For someone who used to be called a fool of Dmitry, how dare he have no respect for anyone just because he got some recognition in the capital. Indeed, his arrogance truly knows no bounds. If we bow down to him now, the people in the Northeastern region will think that the Northeastern Alliance Association is a joke. So, do any of you have something in mind? Honestly, I'm also in doubt about whether there's any meaning to having the Northeastern Alliance Association at all. To put it bluntly, Dmitry has a much stronger fighting force and they also have Roman Dmitry who defeated Butler. Normal methods won't be able to take them down. Have you tried contacting the central government? Are you suggesting to use the power of the central government to put pressure on Dmitry? Exactly. After the fall of the Barco family, we put in efforts to make connections with the central government. Didn't we? This is the time to make use of those connections. Yes, we'll make use of the central government and tilt the scales in our favor. Alright, I'll contact them right away. Count Fabius, I have a request to ask of you. Please speak. Of course, I'll have to hear you out since a viscount is making the request. Thank you for saying that. It's nothing serious, we just had a conflict with the Dmitry family recently. Count Fabius, could you use the power of the central government to put pressure on Dmitry? Do a proper job of connecting the call. Connect us back quickly before Count Fabius gets upset. Yes, sir. Oh, sorry, Count Fabius, the connection was unstable. Sigh. You are so clueless. Pardon. Have you gone deaf while living in the borders? What? You want me to put pressure on Roman Dmitri? Roman is a talent that Marquis Benedict favors and dotes on. He's doing all he can to get Roman to become his son-in-law now. Yet here you are, spouting nonsense like wanting me to put pressure on. Dmitri, stop talking bullshit and think about how you can suck up to him. A political marriage. With the Marquis' daughter. How about we apologize to him for starters? And that's how the conflict with the Conrad family was resolved. Viscount Conrad apologized to the farmers and gave his word that he would not bother them for the rest of their contract period. Frey young Master Roman, thank you so much. We heard about how you stood up for us. From now on, if there's anything you need, we'll do everything we can regardless of what it is. As expected, the Northeastern Alliance Association tucked their tails and submitted. I was simply doing what was required of me as a Dmitri. They probably thought of pulling in the central government to help. But currently, the central government has no choice but to stand on my side. However, the Northeastern Alliance Association is like a group of bats. If things do end like this, then while they might look subservient for now, they'll eventually backstab me. If the first stage is provocation, then the second stage would be to face reality. Everyone, I have news to share. Dmitri will be hosting a swordsmanship competition. The reward will be 100 gold. For the sake of fairness, I and Captain Jonathan will not be participating. That's not all, the participants will be split into 6 groups and a total of 6 winners will be chosen. As all of you already know, I waged war with the Hector Kingdom on the southern front line. I and my soldiers realized just how wide the world is and have become stronger through that experience. We intend to use this competition to prove that. One of my subordinates will be assigned to each of the 6 groups. If someone manages to defeat my subordinate and win, then I won't just give that person a reward, I'll also fulfill one of that person's wishes. Is it possible for someone from another family to participate? The competition will take place in 1 month. Please make thorough preparations. I hope that there will be many challengers. This swordsmanship competition that's hosted by the Dmitri family is a good opportunity for us. If a swordsman from the Alliance Association wins in this competition, we'll be able to get a wish as one of the winners. At that time, instead of requesting for an apology, I'll be a magnanimous person to request for bygones to be bygones and for us to work together hand in hand. Doing that will resolve the strained relationship we have with the Dmitris, and we'll also be able to recover our reputation that's fallen to the ground. But the question would be whether we can actually win it. There are many others who are showing interest in this competition other than us. Will it be possible for us to defeat those people and come out on top as a winner? He's right. Aren't guys like Chris and Kevin who fought in the single combat duels with the Barco family also participating in the competition? If they participate in the competition, then winning wouldn't be an easy feat, but the competition will have 6 different groups competing. Excluding Chris and Kevin, we just need to have a winner in one of the other groups. If we gather our forces from all our families and spread them evenly into the 6 groups, wouldn't we get at least one winner from one of the groups? That does sound feasible. One person. That does sound like a decent plan. Everyone, please bear this in mind, the competition will be taking place 1 month from now. If we don't make use of this opportunity that the heavens have given us, our existence will become obscured within the forces of Dmitri. Even if we must hire an external combat expert to disguise and participate as a Northeasterner, we must have at least one winner. I'm sure you guys have heard about the swordsmanship competition as well. In the coming month, all of you will compete against each other, and 6 of you will be chosen to represent the Dmitris. Your evaluation up until this point does not matter. What you do in the coming month will determine your ranks. A competition. Although we've come back from the front line, our war hasn't ended. I need my subordinates to be like a sharp sword that can be drawn at any time. I need them to pursue after strength. To those who represent the Dimitris and claim honor for us, an appropriate reward will be given. If any of the 6 chosen swordsmen wins in the swordsmanship competition, that swordsman will be taught advanced techniques. Whether it's for cultivation techniques or swordsmanship techniques, I'll help you get to the next level. If I could be taught some of our Lord's knowledge, I could accelerate my growth.